Hi, I'm Angie, and this video is going to be about the anatomy and physiology of running. Running has been a pretty important part of my life for the past 10 years, and I started in junior high when I didn't make the soccer team, so running cross country was my plan B, and I ended up falling in love with it. I ran through junior high, high school, and for a Division II school for 1 year out of college, and I focused on the 10K, the mile, and even the 400 a couple times before realizing that I just really am not cut out for that at all. But I really loved it, and I made a lot of friends. Then when I came to the Air Force Academy, I transitioned to longer distances and started training for the marathon. I joined the marathon team and ran higher mileage than I ever had before. And now, with 4 marathons under my belt and plans to continue training, I really think that running will be a part of my life for as long as I'm physically able to keep it up. Despite spending many hours running, it wasn't until taking anatomy and physiology that I thought much about what it actually takes to perform this movement. Although running outwardly seems so natural and simplistic, the body undergoes extensive concurrent processes to move in this way. This video will explore the intricacies of this process, including what bones, muscles, and nervous tissues are involved. Once we go over the basics, I'll focus on the contraction of one muscle group, the quadriceps. Let's start with the regions of the lower limb, the gluteal, femoral, crural, tarsal, and pedal regions. All of these regions work together to create the motion of running. Next, the bones are crucial to the structure of running. The main players are the pelvis, femur, tibia, fibula, tarsals, metatarsals, and phalanges. The main muscles involved in running are the quadriceps, hamstrings, gluteal muscles, soleus, and gastrocnemius, along with many others. The quadriceps femoris is made up of 4 muscles: the rectus femoris, vastus lateralis, vastus medialis, and vastus intermedius. All 4 muscles distally attach at the patella and the tibial tuberosity. On the proximal end, the 3 vastus muscles attach to the femur, while the rectus femoris attaches to the anterior superior iliac spine of the pelvis. These different attachments facilitate different actions when the muscles contract. All the muscles extend the knee, bringing it from a bent position to a straight one, as in when bringing your leg forward for another step just after completing one. The rectus femoris, however, also aids in flexion of the thigh at the hip, as in driving the thigh forward when taking a step. The process of contracting the left quadriceps starts in the right region of the primary motor cortex of the brain, the precentral gyrus. Here, an upper motor neuron generates an action potential that continues through the cerebrum and into the medulla. The signal then decussates, or crosses over to the left side in the medullary pyramid, following the lateral corticospinal tract. The signal continues down the spinal cord until it reaches spinal nerve L4, where it synapses from an upper motor neuron to a lower motor neuron. The signal then travels through the anterior root and leaves the spinal cord through the lumbar plexus, which branches into the femoral nerve. This controls the quadriceps. At the neuromuscular junctions of the quadriceps, acetylcholine is released across the synaptic cleft. The neurotransmitter binds to the receptors on the surface of the membrane of the muscle, the sarcolemma. The action potential then continues along the sarcolemma and down the T-tubules that extend into the middle of the muscle. This action potential triggers the release of calcium ions from the sarcoplasmic reticulum. The calcium ions then bind to troponin, which causes a shape change that removes tropomyosin from the active sites of actin. Myosin heads then bind to the exposed active sites, perform power strokes, and shorten the quadriceps by increasing the overlap between the thin and thick myofilaments. In this way, the quadriceps contracts. Remember, though, that this is only one of the many processes that come together to result in the forward running movement through the sagittal plane. Many other muscles and interactions are involved, one of the most important being the interactions in the cerebellum that control balance and coordination. Without this, running would be impossible. That is all the technical stuff I have for you. Thank you for listening, and I know it was a lot of detail, but hopefully it helped you study. One last thing that I wanted to leave you with is the real reason why I run. And I know it's cliche, but the real reason is that it truly makes me happy. I'm less stressed out, I'm more relaxed. It just improves my mood a lot. And there's a lot of studies that have been done on this. I put a lot of the titles, or a few of the titles, on the screen if you wanted to pause this and check out these studies. But if you don't believe me and you don't believe these studies, you can also just take it from Legally Blonde.